Let's find a comfortable seated position. Lengthen your spine. Ground your seat. And if you feel comfortable, you could close your eyes now. Start to become aware of any tension you're holding in your face. Soften your forehead, jaw, your chin, even the tongue in your mouth. Relax your shoulders and really feel the connection between you and the earth. Really notice how the earth is supporting your weight. You can fully arrive here. If you like, you can place one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your chest, and just become aware of how your breath flows at this very moment. By simply bringing your attention to your breath, it automatically deepens and lengthens. So just follow your breath for a little longer, in and out of your body. Let's take 3 clearing breaths. That means we will breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Let's take a deep breath in together. Out through the mouth. In and out. Last one, fully in and out. You can slowly open your eyes, and we start with our movement practice. Open your knees wide, extend your arms forward, and allow your chest to melt down towards the earth. Take a few deep breaths here. And come onto your fingertips and look in between your hands. Walk towards the right side. Let the left hand walk a little bit farther right for a nice stretch through the left side. With your next inhale, come to center. Exhale, walk your hands towards the left. With your next inhale, walk your hands to center and then slowly round yourself forward into a tabletop position. Let's warm up the spine with a few cat and cows. So when you inhale, let's open up the chest, arch your back, look up. Exhale, press into the floor, chin to chest, round your back. Inhale to open up. Exhale to round the back. Inhale, open, arch, look up. Exhale, round, 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 round. We bring our back into a neutral position again. And then we start to warm up our wrists. Draw circles with your shoulders around your wrists. So you want to bring weight into the wrists and remove it. In one direction into the other. Now turn your hands so your fingers point to the side of the mat and sway from side to side, bringing in weight, removing the weight. Fingers pointed towards the legs. You can stay here or you bounce your bum back towards your heels and forward. Forward and back to intensify the stretch. And point your fingers again forward. You can circle your right wrist, your left wrist. Place both hands down again. And let's start to work the core. Tuck your toes under. Lift the knees just a tiny bit off your mat. Hold here, navel in and up. Continue breathing. And then slowly, without lowering the knees, you bring your hips back towards your heels and then up towards the ceiling into a downward facing dog. Walk it out here, extending and bending the legs. And with your next exhale, bend the knees, bring the chest towards the thighs. With your inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, chest to thighs. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Roll forward into a plank position and very slowly let yourself down onto your belly, untucking your toes, opening the chest into baby cobra. We take another deep breath in here, fully out, lower your chest down, press back into a child's pose with an exhale. With your next inhale, come into a tabletop. Exhale, send your hips back and up into a downward facing dog. We do the same thing with the next inhale. You roll forward into a plank position. Lower yourself down, open up your chest, baby cobra. If you like, go deeper by extending the arms, opening up into a full cobra. And an exhale, child's pose, hips to heels. One more round, inhaling tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. But this time we inhale, roll forward into an upward facing dog, keeping the hips and knees off the floor, opening the chest wide. With your next exhale, you can sink your hips back down into a child's pose. With your next inhale, come into a tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can stay here, walk it out. And with your next inhale, reach your right leg up, point your toes. Bring the foot in between your hands. Low lunge, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring your arms alongside your body. We'll come into a half split, okay? Exhale, extend your front leg. Inhale, bend, low lunge. Exhale, sway your arms alongside your body. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, extend your leg, fold forward. Inhale, open your chest. Last one, exhale. Inhale, and then frame your front foot and step it back into a plank position. Hold here. Slowly lower yourself down. Inhale into a baby cobra or a full cobra. With your next exhale, come back to a child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time with our left side. With your next inhale, left leg up. Reach it high. Bend the knee towards the nose. Make space to bring the foot in between your hands. Inhale, open up, reach the arms up. We do the same thing here. With an exhale, we fold forward, arms sway alongside the body, extend the front leg. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, open. And this time we exhale, frame the front foot. Step it back into a plank position. Slowly lower yourself down to either a cobra or an upward facing dog. Open up your chest, breathe in. And with your next exhale, bring the hips back up into a downward facing dog. You can walk it out on the spot or just enjoy some stillness and a nice lengthening sensation through your spine. With your next inhale, reach the right leg up, bring the foot in between your hands, open up your chest, reach your arms up into a high lunge. We take a deep breath in here, opening the chest a little bit more. Exhale, ground your feet. Inhale, open and lengthen, and exhale, come into a warrior two. Extend the arms on shoulder height. Look over your right middle finger and unbend your left arm behind your back. Reach up and overhead for a peaceful warrior. Another deep breath. And with your exhale, come into a warrior two. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step back into a plank. Lower yourself down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Enjoy a few deep breaths here. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Left leg up, left foot in between your hands. And with a deep inhale, we open up our chest and reach the arms up into a high lunge. Exhale, bend your front leg into a 90 degree. Inhale, open up the chest a little bit more. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Arms on shoulder height. Hips nice and open. Bring your right arm behind your back and reach your left arm up and overhead into a peaceful warrior. Deep inhale here. Exhale, ground your feet. Another deep inhale. And with your exhale, warrior two. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, frame the front foot, step it back, lower yourself down slowly. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And bend into your knees, come down into child's pose. And with the next inhale, vertebra by vertebra, come up into seated. We will be doing a camel pose, so come onto your knees, tuck your toes under, have your knees hip-width apart, and bring your hands onto your hips, onto your lower back. And while you're pressing your hips forward, you're opening your chest, really from the top of your chest, you're opening your heart here. If you feel comfortable, you could bring your head back, chin up towards the ceiling, or maybe you can bring your head all the way back. If you're feeling you have some more space, you can bring your hands onto your heels. Maybe even untuck your toes. Lower it down a little bit more. Stay where you feel comfortable. You could reach your right arm up overhead, reach as far back as you can. Bring it to your hip And then do the same thing with the left arm. Reach it back and bring it towards your hip. Slowly bringing the chin in first. Sit down onto your heels. Bring your hands onto your thighs and take a few deep breaths here. Bring your knees closer together and separate your feet so that they are slightly wider than your hips into hero pose. We will do this one leg after the other, so keep your right leg bent, extend your left leg, tuck your tailbone in to really intensify the stretch for your quads. And you could stay there, or you could come down onto your forearms, leaning as far back as you like, maybe even all the way down onto your back. And then slowly coming back up and changing the legs, extending the right, bending the left. Make sure to tuck that tailbone in again for a deeper stretch. And take a few deep breaths here. Alright, slowly unravel. So you can roll down onto your back, preparing for fish pose. Bring your hands, palms facing down under your glute. Press into your forearms and open and lift your chest, bringing the top of the head down onto the mat. Slowly bring the chin back in towards the chest. Lower yourself down onto your back. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Tuck the chin in towards your chest and just sway side to side. Extending your arms on shoulder height, continue swaying your legs side to side. The next time your legs sway to the left, keep them there. Take your left hand and gently press the legs down towards the left while you're looking towards the right for a soothing supine twist. Bring your legs to center and then towards the right, taking the right hand onto the legs to gently guide them towards the right hand side. Your legs can come back to center. Bring your feet down. Bring your knees together. And once more, bring one hand onto your belly and one onto your chest. Become aware of your breathing. Noticing the inhales. Noticing the exhales. And just allowing them become longer, fuller. Following your breath here for a little while. And let's take 3 clearing breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through your mouth. One last time, fully in, slowly out. And then whenever you're ready, you can turn onto one side. Slowly make your way back up into seated. Take a moment here. Place your palms in front of your heart. Maybe even bow down your head towards your heart space. Give thanks to this body of yours that allows you to experience life, that allows you to move in these ways. And thank you guys so much for joining me for this practice. I hope I see you soon for the next one.